What's good, people? It's another episode on the Disaffected Nigerian podcast. Today, I want to address what I like to call the herd mentality. In other words, I want to address the way and manner we as Nigerians like to think and act in groups instead of as individuals. First, I should give you guys some backdrop to this topic. It is no longer news that the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Pantami, is currently in the eye of the storm over recent revelations about his questionable past as a quote and unquote extremist sympathizer. These revelations have obviously elicited lots of reactions from Nigerians home and abroad. For me, I believe, given the weight of the evidence against Issa Pantami so far, the least he should do is resign. In fact, were Nigeria a sane country, it would have been placed under investigations by now. But that's not even the real issue here. What amazes me amidst all of the reactions that have greeted the expose on Pantami's questionable past is the temperament of many northern politicians and scholars. For the record, I really hate to stereotype people based on their race, gender, or ethnicity. But in this case, the uncomfortable truth is that the reaction of many northerners to these revelations has been nothing but disappointing. I've seen many northern politicians, scholars, and APC stalwarts try to launder the image of Pantami since these revelations have been made. It's almost as if they think that somehow calling attention to Pantami's past is an attack on the North, Islam, or the APC. This type of mob or herd mentality is extremely sickening. On Wednesday, it was reported that the minority leader of the House of Reps, Ndudi Elumelu, raised an order for the resignation of Issa Pantami, but the Speaker of the House overruled it on some procedural legislative technicalities. Some people claim that the Northern Caucus in the House riled against Elumelu when he made his case. In Nigeria, politicians and citizens alike identify primarily with their religion and ethnicity. We tend to perceive criticisms as attacks on our group identities, sometimes at the expense of the greater good. For instance, if you criticize Buhari, it is automatically assumed that you either hate the North, Muslims, or the APC. A very recent example I like to use is Bello Metawale, the governor of Zamfara State. When Buhari flew to the UK on medical tourism a few weeks ago, and Nigerians in the UK staged the Harass Buhari out of London protest, Matawale said the protest was an attack on the North. In this particular case, I was stunned because Matawale is in the opposition, yet he deemed the protest as an attack on the North. You can't make this up. This mob mentality did not start today. Right from the pre-independence days of Nigeria, this mentality had been displayed by our so-called freedom fighters and nationalists. Unfortunately, we are still being faced with the same thinking today, and we wonder why we cannot get along. It is very sad. At what point do we realize that demanding accountability and competence from the president or any politician is for the greater good of all Nigerians? Honestly, at what point do we realize that? Issa Pantami has no business in governance. In my previous video, I talked about how Nigeria has lost the war against Boko Haram. When you reflect on the heinous crimes Boko Haram maniacs have committed against Nigeria and Nigerians in the past 10 years, you understand why someone like Pantami is grossly unfit to be a minister. This is the guy Various evidence show he once sympathized with extremist groups like Al Qaeda. To make matters worse, he has apologized for his past comments. Unfortunately, some people believe by demanding his resignation, somehow it is an attack against the North or Islam. We all need to do better, all of us, when we realize that criticizing the government isn't about our ethnicity or religion, then maybe things can begin to change. But until then, this herd mentality brings nothing but ruin to all of us. That's all for now. Kindly subscribe to my channel for more quality content like this. Also, give this video a like to help with YouTube algorithm. I'd like to get your thoughts though. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have any topic you'd like me to touch on, you can contact me on social media. Till next time, stay safe.